I used to make lists dream jobs, places I wanted to see, versions of myself I thought I'd become by a certain age. And then life happened. Deadlines passed. Some dreams stayed on paper. Some never even left my mind. Sometimes I feel this pressure, like I'm supposed to already have everything figured out. And there are moments when I catch myself comparing, thinking I should be further ahead, more polished, more complete than I actually am. And maybe you know this feeling too. Scroll through social media and see people showing their milestones, their achievements, their perfectly tied up stories. And then I look at myself unfinished, still learning, still stumbling. Like you're walking through life with half-painted colors, while everyone else seems to have finished their canvas. It's a strange place to be. This in-between. Not quite where you want to be, but not where you used to be either. And sometimes it feels uncomfortable, like the world keeps asking for answers I don't have yet. Do you ever wonder, why do we rush to have everything figured out? Society glorifies certainty, clear answers, perfect timelines, polished endings. But deep down, we know life rarely gives us that kind of clarity. It's messy, unpredictable, and never as linear as we're told it should be. I remember a time when I was trying so hard to force clarity. I thought if I didn't solve everything quickly, I'd fall behind. But behind who? I didn't even know. It was just this invisible race I kept running, chasing a finish line that didn't even exist. Sometimes I wonder if I've just been carrying a map drawn by someone else. The timelines, the expectations, they were never mine, yet I kept chasing them anyway. I called it progress, but half the time it felt more like performance. And maybe that's the strangest part. I knew it all along. I could feel the weight of directions that didn't belong to me, the pressure of destinations that never felt like home. But it was easier to keep moving than to stop and question, right? It was easier to nod, to smile, to pretend the script was mine. Because if I stopped, I'd have to face the silence. I'd have to admit I didn't know where I was really going. And in that pause, I wonder if the silence isn't something to fear. Maybe it's the place where I finally start to listen to myself, to the parts of me that have been drowned out by noise and expectation. Sometimes I wonder if the pressure to be finished is what makes us lose the beauty of life itself. We're told to have everything figured out: career, love, purpose, even healing. As if there's a checklist we must complete before we're worthy of peace. But think about it, a story that's unfinished still holds possibilities. I've realized that when I try too hard to finish myself, to define exactly who I am, to tie every loose end, I end up feeling smaller. As if I've locked myself in a box, telling the world, this is all I'll ever be. But the truth is, I don't want to be a finished product. I want to keep unfolding. And yes, it's uncomfortable. The uncertainty, the questions with no answers, the days when progress feels invisible. But isn't that also where the real beauty lives? The space where growth hides quietly, waiting to be noticed. Being unfinished means we're still moving, still capable of change, still holding room for unexpected joy. It means the story isn't over, and maybe it never should be. So instead of rushing to complete ourselves, maybe we can learn to rest in this space, to honor the cracks, the drafts, the half-written sentences of our lives, because in them lies the possibility of becoming more than we imagined. So let us not fear the unfinished, for it is there in the half-drawn lines and the almost formed dreams that life whispers, "You are still here, you are still becoming, and that is more than enough."